Somebody above me's in a desperate state. Some kind of urgency, the kind that won't wait. I say tomorrow, he say today, and the man in my head, well, he tell me no way. Get working. I got 8 little fingers and only 2 thumbs. Will you leave me in peace while I get the job done? Can't you see I'm working? Whoa! I'm working on it. Can't you see I'm working on it?
I think it's great. Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to the Justine Rocket Project. I'm your host Will Faulkner and this is Justine Mark II. At the end of the last video for the Justine Rocket Project I said I didn't know where the project was going to go. But this is it. This is Justine Mark II. This is where the project has gone. And we are back in the launch field exactly 1 year on from Justine Mark I's launch, test launch. That's quite fitting to me. That makes me happy. Justine Mark II has taken much longer than I actually predicted she would take to build. I thought that I was going to be able to get it built in the summer of 2016, but actually we are now at the end of 2016, and only now has she actually finished reconstruction. Let's run you through Justine Mark II. Starting right at the top, brand new nose cone. The last nose cone, as you'll remember, was pitch black. This time we've gone for a silver. I might have actually borrowed the Chelsea Rockets nose cone, but never mind, we'll gloss over that. Working down, we've got the same body as we had in Justine Mark I. This is what remained of the body after the crash. I chopped off the bit that was unusable, and this is what remains. Working down again, just to quickly gloss over it, fins, exactly the same, no changes to the fins. We're probably going to change the fins in the future, but for now, fins are the same. Now the more noticeable bit, that black pipe, what is that? Well, you remember at the end of the last video, I said that I went out and bought some new pipe. This is that new pipe. Why did I go for this pipe? Well, instead of the engines being on the outside and having all this wasted space in the body, we've actually expanded the body a little bit and put the engines on the inside of the rocket. And finally, that little bit in the middle that sandwiches between the white and the black parts of the body is the transition. What do I think is going to happen? Oh, I wish I knew. If I have any prediction at all, if there are going to be any problems with today's flight, that transition is going to be the cause of it. And I really, really want this to work. Ugh. But all we can do is just wire up the rocket, like we did last year, and just go for it.
Justine, Mark II, fire in the hole. Count it, Rob.
3, 2, 1.
Yes! Yes! No! 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 So much rage and joy at the same time. It flew, but the parachute didn't deploy. Ah! Yes! Yes! No! No! Yes! No! 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 worked! It worked!
I think I see it. It is.
Is that it there or sticking in the field?
That's it, sticking up in the field. And just as I predicted, the transition broke. Right into a minefield of poo. Lovely. The transition's ripped. I thought it had, oh. This is devastating. The transition, instead of breaking, actually ripped. So it was stronger than I thought it was. It was just simply that the material couldn't hold itself together, the wood. The wood just simply couldn't hold itself together. That's the bottom half of the transition right there, which has been forced into the body. Oh, I'm gonna need to do some serious work in order to get that out. This impact's severe. This is not good. Okay, this is severe, but what we're gonna do first of all, we're gonna collect everything and we're gonna take it back across, then we're gonna wrap up the episode. Rob, first of all, thank you very much for coming down and helping out today.
Always a pleasure, Will.
I can't speak, but for you, the audience, what can we conclude? Well, let's have a total recap first of all. Launch number 1, we were able to prove that the Justine rocket could fly and well. However, the parachute tore away, but that launch was a success. Launch number 2, the rocket fired 3 out of its 4 engines, deviated off track, then deployed the parachutes and recovered itself successfully. Launch number 3, the high wind test, was a disaster and that was a failure because obviously while the rocket coped, the parachutes didn't deploy and then the rocket came back down and disintegrated. So that launch was a failure. So what can we conclude with launch 1 of the Mark II Justine rocket and launch 4 of the entire Justine Rocket Project? Well, here's what we can conclude. I predicted at the start that if there were going to be any problems at all with this rocket, it was going to be because of the transition, that little wood bit. And yes, the transition did cause problems, but that's not the only thing that went wrong in this test. And I'm not talking about the rocket deviating off track. It actually comes right back to the launch pad. Rob, would you care to explain?
After checking out the slow-mo footage, we found out that only 3 of the 4 rockets actually fired.
Cue the high speed. So only 3 out of the 4 engines fired, like on test 2, but unlike test 2, the rocket flew much further, much faster, and then wasn't able to recover itself. So, based on that, we have to call this test a failure. I'm hoping that the next step we take will be able to be key in bringing back the safety record of the Justine rocket. Namely, it involves this man stood to my left. Rob, what are you going to be investing in?
A 3D printer,
Why?
so we can print rocket parts.
Excellent, we're going to be printing 2 main components, a nose cone, a proper nose cone, and the transition. Once we've got that transition sorted, it'll be strong and firm to keep the rocket together, but will also separate easily so that when the rocket is mid-air and deploys the parachutes, we will be able to make nice, safe recoveries. It's going to be much better than this bodge I made for this test because clearly it was nowhere near good enough. But until then, I'm going to go work on the launch pad, work on figuring out how to get those rockets to ignite faster. Rob is going to wait until February to invest in that 3D print. Then we're going to start working on the rocket again. Then we're going to go for test number 5. But until test number 5, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I was your host, Will Faulkner.
And I'm Rob Hurley.
And until test 5, we will see you next time. Thank you very much.